you haven't got a block, remember, you can just get a book out of your cupboard and that'll do just as well as that. Now also, you may want to grab yourself, if you've got a little weight, I've got a 2 kilo weight here, but you can just grab a tin out of the cupboard, a tin of beans or something, and we'll explain why you're probably going to need that later on. We're going to introduce a couple of new moves to you today. And also, you may want to grab a little towel or a little scarf, and again, I'll explain why you may need that, you may not need it towards the middle of the class there. So just put all those to one side for now, and we're going to do a little bit of mobility. We're going to introduce the full roll to you today, and also on our hip abduction, we're just going to make that a little bit more progressive for you today as well. But before we start any of that, we just need to just limber up and just warm up a little bit. So I'm just going to come to the top of my mat. And again, if you haven't got a mat, then just find your nice space, your nice comfortable space. And you're just going to have your feet about hip width apart. And let's just find that all-important neutral position. Remember using your pelvic floor muscles, your TA muscle, draw that navel in. Once you've found that, let's just roll those shoulders back and down a few times. Draw those shoulder blades. Always nice to do this before any routine, any exercise anyway. So draw those shoulder blades down the back of the rib cage. And remember, draw your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. And always make sure you've got that neutral position before you start to do a roll down. So chin in, start to roll from the top of the neck. And remember to bend those knees a little bit. If you're feeling quite tight through your lower back, your hamstrings, if you suffer with any like sciatic symptoms, and there's any reasons why you get those symptoms, then make sure those knees are firm and bent for you guys. Yes, just relax your head down. And then we're just going to start to walk forward and come into our plank position. Spread your fingers, roll the shoulders back, lengthen through your spine. Press your heels back. And then just start to walk back. We're just going to do that a few times. It literally is just to warm up. It's always a nice thing to do anyway. Tuck in under. Articulate through your spine. Remember, bending those knees if you need to. Even if you're really flexible, just soften the knees slightly anyway as you're rolling down. Good. Spread your fingers, roll the shoulders back, lengthen through your spine. Start to walk your hands back. Heels down. Slowly come up. It's just a really nice, easy mobilization for your whole body before you start. Even if you're in the gym doing a little workout in the gym, always do a little bit of mobility like this. Not necessarily this, but just mobilize your body before you start. Ooh, feels nice. And down, and then you start to find by your fourth. Well, you've probably started to loosen off a little bit now. We're going to lengthen through that spine. And then from there, just draw your knees forward. Wrists under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. And again, just find that neutral position. And as you exhale, your toes flat on the mat. As you exhale, you're going to roll that tail under. Drawing the navel up towards the centre of the spine. Relax your head down. Really round in that back as if you're pushing yourself away from the mat. And as you inhale, you're going to tilt the tail, drop the belly. Roll the shoulders back, look forward. Exhale, round the back. Draw that navel in, relax the head down. Good, exhale. Inhale, sorry. Exhale as we round the back. Inhale as we extend. Draw those shoulders down away from your ears. Let's just do that a couple more times. Good, one more time. And then from there, just come back to neutral. And then just reach your tail back. Just be a little bit careful on your knees and your lower back. Don't sit all the way back. Remember, you can always place a cushion behind your knees. That irritates your knees. And just bring your hands to the edges of the mat, or just slightly widening your shoulders. We're just hovering the forehead above the mat there. And then just reach from side to side. I tend to use this as a little warm-up quite a lot. It's nice and simple. Anybody can do it. Nice to just get everything moving. And especially because we've got quite a lot of flexion through the spine today. Good. Alright guys. And then from there, just bring yourself up onto your knees. You're going to come round onto your bottom. And then we're going to extend the legs out in front. Now this is where you may need a block, guys, so sit on the block. If you get any tightness through the hamstring, your hips, your lower back, again, any sciatic symptoms, then you may want to actually sit on the block and just be a little bit careful on this one. So out of your legs about hip width apart, and we're going to roll those shoulders back, find that neutral position. Bring your arms down in the centre of your legs there, so they're kind of resting on the inside of the thighs. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. Remember to bend those knees, guys, if you need to, because this can be feel a little bit tight on the hamstrings as we're coming forward. All the way flexing the spine, so we're going to draw the chin in, start to round the spine, and just glide our hands along the mat towards the feet. Now you might not get as far as I've got, some people can go a lot further than I can, you might even be back here, it doesn't matter, don't force your movement, guys. And then we're going to inhale at the top, and then we're going to exhale and just glide those hands back along the mat. Good, roll those shoulders back, good. Exhale, chin comes first, so try and articulate through the spine as we're coming forward. Slowly bring it back. Don't force your body into a place that it's not happy to go to, only go as far as you can. Good, coming forward. Slowly bring that back. And let's just do that a couple more times, guys. Exhale, chin in, start to roll. Really feel that rounding of the back. We're not hinging from the hips, we're going into flexion. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly draw your arms back. Good, roll those shoulders back, restack. Chin in and then just start to roll down. Nice simple workout today, but some of it's just going a little, progressing just a little bit more. Now from there, just bring your legs together, and you may want to actually bend your knees a little bit, because we're just going to roll all the way down now. So arms out, palms facing in. You can point the toes or push the heels away, and just start to tuck that tail under, to really think about that pelvic movement today. All the way down, raise your arms back. Now draw the heels close to your bottom. Good. Now from neutral, let's go into imprint straight away. So we're tucking under a little bit more. Then we're going to come into tabletop, hands around the back of the legs. Lift yourself up, chin down. Draw one knee in and extend the opposite leg out and take hold of the shin on the other side. And we're going to do a single leg stretch, guys. Now remember, if this irritates your neck, place one hand behind. You can always do this with your head and shoulders down on the mat, but make sure you're not kicking your head back. You may want to place your head on a cushion if you do this. And remember, you can make it more challenging by taking those extended legs a little bit further down. I think we've got 8 more. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing those knees in. Head and shoulders down. When you're in that position, make sure your chin comes down slightly, so we've got a little bit of flexion in the neck there. You're going to place your feet down and roll onto your side, supporting your head in a bent arm or extended, remember. Now keep both legs extended if you can today, because this is where we're going to progress this abduction of the hip. So bring that top arm forward, stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Good. Making sure that we're tucking under, guys. Feel that shift away from the mat and push that top heel away. And we're just going to pulse it up there for 3. Bring it down. Pull up through the knee, guys. Breathing down. Not necessary to lift that leg too high. 4 more. Nice. 2 more. Last time. And bring that down. So I'm going to bend those legs and just slowly bring myself up and just shift onto the other side. So going straight onto the other side now. One side always feels a little bit stronger than the other, even our balance feels a little bit different on one side. So again, keeping both legs extended. Find your neutral position, feel that shift, push that top heel away, guys. Good, let's go. And down. Using this top arm. Always keep checking your position. So even though this is quite a simple movement, we can forget about what's going on everywhere else apart from the hip movement. Good, 3 more. Keep pushing that heel away, really feel it draw from the hip. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, and bring it down. Got both knees in. Bring yourself up, and then we're going to come around. Good, so now we're going to go into our half roll down. But we're going to hold it a little bit longer. Okay, so if you used a block before, don't use it this time because we're going back the way this time. So extending your legs, or you can bend them a little bit, or a lot, it's entirely up to you guys, yeah? So arms out in front, roll those shoulders back. Now as you exhale, start to roll the tail under. If you're rolling it towards your femur, and we're rounding, we're rounding, we're rounding, we're rounding halfway, and we're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly come up and restack those shoulders, and we're going to do it again. So just tuck it under, roll that tail under, rounding that spine, hold it there, chin looking forward guys, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, and 1, slowly come up, and roll those shoulders back. We're going to do that 3 more times. So rolling that tail under, round the spine, chin down, hold it there. Your legs might start to come off, don't worry, bring them back down. I think that's 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up. A couple more times, roll that tail. Remember, bend those knees a little bit if you need to, it's irritating your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly come up, roll those shoulders back. Starting to really feel like my tummy now. Hold it there, it feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly come up, roll those shoulders back. I'm going to shift myself forward now. Alright guys, so let's come all the way down. Roll, 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 roll. Just really think about that when we come into our full roll up. And that's where the weight's going to help you, assist you a little bit today. So draw those heels in. And again, come straight into that imprint. If you've been watching my other videos, we explained about imprint on those guys. So from neutral, just tucking under a little bit more, just feeling the back very gently, pressing into the mat to get a little bit more assistance when we're in tabletop position and our feet are off the mat. So hands again come around the back of the hamstrings, and we tuck a little bit more as we lift. We're going to add a little rotation now on our single leg stretch. So draw the right knee and extend the left leg out. Or other way, it doesn't really matter. Okay, hands behind this time. Interlock your fingers. Place your hands behind. And we're going to rotate to the knee as it comes in. Doing this quite slowly today. Actually makes it a little bit more challenging. And start to take that leg down if you prefer. Try not to rock in the pelvis. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw those knees in. Start to feel that in my tummy now. Alright, just rocking yourself from side to side a little bit. Now take your feet down. Come onto your slide again, exactly in that place. Now this is where you may need a little cushioning on your hip. I know I do. So I'm going to place this under my hip, because otherwise my little bony hips feel a little bit stressed. I think that's about right. Okay, so we're going to. So you may want to just place a towel there. I find it gets a little bit painful on your floor or on your mat there. So coming down, just bringing your supporting down there, and again flying to a position there. Now on this one, I'm actually going to point my toes away. If you want to push your heels away, that's fine. I just find it easier for me to point my toes away. So tucking that tail under, using this arm, you're going to need it now, guys, yeah? So we're going to lift the top leg not too high, then we're going to lift the bottom leg and then lower them both down, yeah? Okay, so breathe in. Now make sure we're not sinking into the mat, really important that we don't sink that waist in as that bottom leg comes off. So try and maintain the stability. Okay, so lift and down. I think we've got about 5 more. 1. Good. 3 more. And you'll find that it's always a little bit easier on one side. And bring it down. So, forward, bring the knees forward, bring yourself up. You're going to roll around onto the other side. And again, let's cushion this hip. This is where I really feel it on this side. Okay, wow, that's better. Okay, so extending your legs, guys. Again, point, plan to flex or dive to flex your feet. It's entirely up to you. And again, use that top arm. Good stuff. So lifting that top leg, not too high, remember, because this leg's got to come and meet it. And lift. And bring it down. Good. Lift. And down. Nice. Make use of this arm to support you guys. Lift. And down we come. 4 more. Make sure you don't start to roll back. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 more. And bring it down. Draw those knees forward. Press yourself up and whiz yourself around. Now, this is where you may be experienced with the full roll-up. I know a lot of people aren't, and even people that have been doing it for a while still struggle with it. So just adding a little bit of weight really helps. It really helps with it, guys. So we're going to do that today. So I've got a 2 kilo weight. You may have a tiny little weight at home, or just again grab a tin of beans out of the cupboard, and that's going to really help you. Anything with a little bit of weight, that's all easy for you to hold there. So in a way, we're putting those 2 movements together, the forward flexion, the arm roll down, just taking it a little bit further. Alright guys, so just be a little bit careful on this. And some of you may find that you're pushing yourself up a little bit, but give it a go. We want to try and make the movement quite smooth, but that's quite difficult to do for some people. So let's just see how we get on with this. And if you're really not happy doing it, then just go back to your arm roll down, just holding that position like we did before. So rolling those shoulders back, start with your spine stacked. And we're going to take the weight out in front. And then I'm just going to flex forward, just like we did at the beginning. I'm going to reach my fingertips, my weight towards the toes. And then from there, I'm going to start to roll my pelvis under. I'm going to keep rolling it under. So I maintain that flexion. And then I'm going to come all the way down. The weight's really helping as I come down as well. I'm going to bring my head and shoulders down, and the weight's going up towards the ceiling. Now here I'm going to push my heels away, pull up through the knees. And I want you to really think about rolling that pelvis when we're rolling up, guys. And then the weight comes all the way back. And as you take the weight back, try and make sure that we don't suddenly lift the ribs and go into full extension through the spine. We want to keep it under. We want to try and maintain that neutral position there. So we inhale, we take the weight up, the chin comes down, keep pushing the heels away, and then we start to roll. We stack, and then we flex over towards the toes. Good. So let's do it a little bit quicker this time. We're going to roll all the way down. Weight goes up. All the way back. Inhale, take it up, chin down. Start to roll. Stack the spine. And reach. Good. It's one of those exercises I don't find that easy because of the tightness I've got in my spine and around my pelvis. Good. Inhale, take it up, chin down. Let's start to lift, stack the spine and reach forward. Just feel that nice stretch through the back of the legs and your lower back. And then just start to roll all the way down. So keep rolling that pelvis under, so we're kind of rolling through imprint. And make sure you stack the spine before you go into the flexion there. Good. Inhale, take it up, chin down. Start to roll all the way up. Roll those shoulders back, reach forward. Good. Come all the way back down. We're just going to do that one more time, guys. Excellent stuff. Reach the way tucking under, shin down, tuck, 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 really feel that movement through my pelvis there. And as I tuck, that's really helping me to lift, stack, and then reach forward. And then just come back into that stack position there. We're going to place that weight to the side. That really helps. I know if I haven't done a full roll up for a while, I just go back to using my little weight, just get myself back into it again. And it all really depends on what's going on in your spine and around your pelvis. Okay, so you have to push yourself up quite a lot there. Don't worry, just keep practicing. It just takes quite a little bit of practice on that. Arms out, we're going to go all the way down. Good, draw the heels in. That's fine. Again, that imprint position, come back into tabletop. And then we're going to slowly come up. Now, we're going to draw the right knee in. Left leg goes out. Then we're going to place our hands behind that. Now, I'm going to twist over to my right knee. The legs out, and then as I come back, that knee comes back in. I'm going to keep going over to the same side this time. And try and keep this knee above the hip. If we draw it in, it makes it less challenging, but if that's better for your lower back, then just draw it in a little bit there, guys. 5, 4, elbows stay back. 3, 2, and 1, and we're going to go on to the other side now. Keeping your back down on the mat, elbows stay back. Keep all your core muscles switched on. Good. 3, 2, and 1, and then draw the knees in. Just take your head from side to side. So just 3 different ways of doing that single leg stretch with your rotation, feet down, and then we're going to roll onto our side. Tuck myself in. Again, you need to use this under your hip, just have a little towel, and then come back down. I'm pointing both toes away this time, guys, because you're going to lift both legs at the same time. So keeping yourself stacked, really work on your stabilisation there. So we're going to lift up. Feels quite nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 more. Draw the knees forward. Good. Give it a little rub. We go on to the other side. And again, put your hip on there. So a bit of a funny combination, but it's been quite nice to try new things with you today. Okay, and again, find that neutral position. Really help yourself with this top arm there, guys. Feet together, point the toes away. Now make sure we're not starting to sink that way. Sink the waist into the mat there, guys, yeah? Okay. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1 more. Bring it down. Draw your knees forward. Slowly come up. I'm going to whiz myself around. I'm going to do a few stretches there, guys. So from there, I'm just going to roll all the way down. Draw the heels in. Just going to take my arms a little bit wider. Now remember, on any of the programs that we do, when we take a movement a little bit further, doesn't necessarily mean that's right for you, so stick to the first version all the way through the program if that's what you feel you need to do, okay? So, like with the abduction, you can just stick with a single leg lift if that's where you feel. Be really careful, be very aware of what's going on in your body as you're doing these. And it's particularly your lower back and around your pelvis as well. Don't irritate that at all. This is why we give you options, guys. Yeah, very important you listen to that. You're going to draw one knee in, it doesn't matter which, and you're going to extend the other leg out, chin down. Push. Just a nice little stretch there through your glutes. Just feel it very gently in the lower back. Good. Let's take that down and let's just switch sides so extend the opposite leg out. Good. Nice. Alright guys, so taking that foot down, I just want you to roll onto your side. Good. Bring yourself up, bring yourself around, and then just bring yourself back into child pose. Let's just stretch that back a little bit more. Just sit right back. You might want to take your knees a little bit further apart this time, and then so you can get your chest a little bit closer to the ground. Extend your arms out, bring your forehead down. Oh, isn't it nice? Well, I'm saying this is always nice, a nice position to rest and stretch, but for some people it isn't. And if that stresses your shoulders, your neck out, you can always fold your arms and place your forehead there. Oh, isn't it nice? Little rest pose. And then when you're ready, guys, just place your hands down. Just going to bring my knees together. Come round and face. So this may have been useful for you, I know it is for me, because that kind of presses on my hip a little bit when I'm doing side abduction work like that. So it's always good to have these little props around. Remember, practice a full row with a little bit of weight if that works for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little program, guys. Well done. Excellent. See you very soon.